Hey guys, Jarell here, back with more episodes of The 100. We're on to episode 6 of season 6. So, Clarke is no longer Clarke. She's Josephine, who has done quite a good job so far of managing to convince everybody that she is still Clarke, except for the likes of Bellamy and Murphy. But when I say Bellamy had no idea. She basically had to blurt it out to him, and then she drugged him, because it took him the whole episode to finally see the wood for the trees at the point when it was too late. But she has also approached Murphy, because I think she's already started to understand what sort of guy he is, and offered him a deal. Keep your mouth shut, help me, and how does immortality sound? And he's pretty much said, okay, I'm listening. What did I say was going to happen with Murphy? Anyway, doesn't matter. So let's see where this story develops now that she has an ally with Murphy to help her with information and events that she can't possibly have any knowledge of, and probably start to understand the language, because so far that has stumped her, which why wouldn't it? Anyway, let's go and find out what happens. This is episode 6.
I told you she wasn't a Nightblood then. Abby made me pump Antari's heart with my bare hands so her brain wouldn't melt.
Kind of badass, if you ask me.
I didn't, but thank you.
Now wake up and show me how to be Clarke enough to fool her mother. Because no Nightblood, no drives.
Fine.
You don't interrupt her when she's communing with the commanders, not even Shadera. The Dark Commander.
Not I drain you, she's down.
He's getting too strong. That's why we have to do the separation ritual.
It was just a nightmare, okay?
No, it was a memory.
But it wasn't real.
You know that's not true.
Actually, it was.
It is real for her, and ripping her out can permanently damage her.
We ran into Jordan. Is it true? They're immortal?
I'm sure he made it sound worse than it really is.
They're murderers and body snatchers. How much worse could it be?
We're out of here.
Okay, slow down.
We stay and learn as much from them as we can so we can build our own compound. Bellamy's out scouting the location as we speak.
There's no foraging party, is there?
Sure there is. Every morning. He's just not on it.
If Bellamy knows that Clarke is dead, then all of this is for nothing. He may as well just kill us all now. Bellamy.
I know Murphy's got a line.
You figured it out too, huh? I bet I could make something to cut the strap. Tried to offer me a deal.
What deal?
We agree not to retaliate. They help us build our compound.
What did you say?
What do you think I said?
We don't need them to help us build our own compound. We kill them all, and we take theirs.
Octavia, what is it? What's wrong? Move.
Oh shit, look at her hand.
It's spreading.
Even only a hand exposed to the temporal flare. Though not fully, or it would be fossilized like the trees. There's medicine. But to get it, we need to go back to the place where it happened. I'll give her 3 hours tops before the time dilation reaches her brain. And she's dead.
Then you're taking me to the old man or you're dead.
So you're looking for Gabriel?
We jury-rigged the security pylons that just used for the prisoners to handle the radiation.
We provide the reactor fuel.
You had a goodness of your own heart, so I'm sure.
You know, as someone who's lived with pain for longer than I can remember, I can get wanting a new body. I just wouldn't murder someone else for it.
It's not murder. We don't force people.
It's still
Oh, yeah,
murder.
That's right. It must be nice to be worshipped.
No, not really.
Please, mercy. They're inside me.
No! You were in the tavern. Why are you following me?
I have my orders. Let's go.
He's in pain.
Not that it's any of your business, but he chose this path. I said no!
These people are so brainwashed.
You gonna play stale, dog.
Yep.
Somehow I don't think risking all of our lives for revenge is a step in the right direction. I'm here to convince you to take the deal.
There we go.
There, I said it.
Why am I not surprised? What did you see when you died, Murphy?
I'm trying to save my own ass. Yeah, I am. But I'm also saving yours, just like I did during the Red Sun. We start another war. We destroy another planet. Is that what you want? Is that what Monty would have wanted?
Monty! Listen to me. Monty would be ashamed of you.
I'll do my best to make sure they only kill you.
So you're looking for redemption, is that it? By helping Russell kill Gabriel. I can offer you a better way.
No. Screw redemption.
Did Russell tell you your child will be considered worthless? You don't have the blood and neither will she. They'll call her null. She won't be able to bear children. She'll clean toilets or volunteer to die as a guard or tend to the dead.
At least she'll be alive.
If you could call it that. I think you don't want her to end up in the same pages of history books as you.
You see a lot.
Here it comes.
Teresa, that's your miracle cure? So help me God, if you're just buying time for your friends to come and save you.
Buying time. Interesting choice of words.
I've never done this before, but luckily Raven kept Titus's book. It contains the wisdom of Becca Prometa.
The ritual is simple. According to this, there's a dream space in the flame where you can summon the other commanders to confront Shadetta.
But if anything goes wrong, you need to hold on to a good memory. Flemonde like Aishona. And I like Flemonde.
Flemonde like Aishona. And I like Flemonde.
Oh. That's not worked. It's just him. Oh, he's taking control. Yeah, he's become more prominent.
I'm sorry, I'm gaff and hard you down. For see that don't try not hold I down.
So do you kill him?
In I am don't take guy God bonnet.
Wow.
Then I done.
Yeah.
Him up.
She chained her up. He
What is
said
this?
she'd do that.
Let me go.
We're not through. The ritual takes repetition.
What if I told you the Primes had a way to save Kane? But to do it, you'd have to turn him into a Nightblood first. You make him a Nightblood. You download his mind. That's it. It really is a miracle.
His mind is gonna go in another person's body.
But we've done worse, haven't we? Becca's lab.
No, we did that to survive. For all of us to survive.
And we did. Russell told me that his people would volunteer for this. If the Primes can make Nightblood, then they can bring back all of them at once. Kane should be here, Mom. More than the rest of us combined. We've been trying to be the good guys, but he's just good. We need him more than ever. If he could negotiate peace in Polis, then he can save us here and now.
I wasn't aware that we needed saving.
She's saying all the right things.
We don't. We have 0 hosts, so we either die in these bodies, or we wipe the lees and live forever.
Why are you here?
Because we're both struggling to live with this. And I was hoping maybe we could help each other through it.
What are you doing?
Saving us. He knows you killed Clarke. And unlike the snake behind you, he will cry over spilt milk.
Enough. Have you become so callous to the feelings of others that you don't remember what it's like to lose someone you love?
Clearly.
We had a chance to bring back our daughter, and we took it. We didn't consider the consequences.
For God's sake.
Be quiet.
Maybe you should just let the man speak.
Shut up,
Murphy.
But I can guarantee safety for the rest of your people. We'll share everything we've learned about surviving on this moon.
I don't understand. It sped up my healing. Why is it slowing hers?
I suppose it's because you don't heal old age. But the truth is, I have no idea.
You said it would cure her.
Actually, I said it might. Here. Let it scrape against the border. Don't try to control your hand, just let it move.
There is something more going on here.
Take a look. A logarithmic spiral.
What does it mean?
It's not just a tremor. It's a message.
I understand why you might want that. But if revenge leads to war...
more lessons. No!
No, it isn't. Good on you.
As your commander, you are hereby banished.
And I think I'll have no choice but to obey your command, and you need my help now.
I said go!
No.
I love you so much. Don't have to do this alone. I will not let you die in this war.
She's not dead. I hate to say I told you so, but I did. So Clarke's not dead. There's some memories at least going on in there. It's only showing us a tiny little clip at the end. The minute she's literally lied down to go to sleep, Clarke's, I don't know, consciousness has made an appearance somehow. I think at some point now there's going to be some sort of fight between Clarke and Josephine as to which consciousness remains. I don't know how they're going to explain why Clarke isn't dead and why her mind is still there and what's different about Clarke than anyone else that they've done this with hosts. I don't know the specifics. I can just sort of see where the storyline is heading. This thing with Maddie in this shade header, I don't quite understand what purpose he has other than just what he was. He was the Dark Commander, he was the evil one, he was the one who just did what he wanted, he was a murderer, all the rest of it. And just like a serial killer, a normal serial killer or anybody like that, they just want to be able to control and put their will onto the next commander to do what they want them to do. But because I think it's because Maddie's mind is still a teenager and still she was never trained in all the ways to prepare to become the next commander. So whether it's that sort of vulnerability as to why he has become more prominent and this safe space that she was supposed to be able to go to, that she was trying to teach her, when she got there, the only person who was there was him. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out more. Murphy's still just looking out for himself and passing it off, playing it as, well, I'm just trying to make sure we don't go down the same path we've done before where we kill everybody and destroy a planet, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not. You're just looking out for yourself and possibly in Mori as well. I think that would be part of the deal regardless for him. I still don't know what to make of Russell. He's still the bad guy, just as the rest of them, but he has some sort of regret, some sort of compassion and emotion and feeling, and hasn't forgotten where all this began and where this started. And in effect, he was the instigator of all of this. It all happened because of him, but these people have managed to get a hold and work out a way to become immortal. And like I said, it's given them infinite hubris in forgetting what mortality is like, forgetting what it's like to lose someone or care for someone, all the normal human stuff. To be human, you have to go through the cycle we all go through, where you live, you're born, you live, you die. They don't have this anymore. And even now, she has managed to convince Abby, which was an outstanding performance. I've got to admit, she just got all the right things in place to say, but it was thanks to Murphy giving her that speech and that pre-run as to how to handle her that's convinced her that she should go back up there now and show them how to make Nightbloods. And they're saying, oh, there'll be no more nulls, is it they call them? Yes, they will, because you need them as your damn servants. You need them to do everything you lot don't want to do. You still need a society, you just don't want 90% of it or 95% of it to be Nightbloods. You just want them there for you to pick and choose. She looks like she's got a nice body. I'll have that one when this one's knackered. Pretty much. A dictatorship, a cult, keeping people under the thumb, using the guise of religion to conceal the truth. That's all this is. I don't know. I feel like Dynamism at point is going to completely lose it. Unless at some point in the next episode or so he finds out or figures out, or we get to see that Clarke isn't really dead. I don't know how that's going to happen yet. No clue. The one thing I've got a problem with is this temple flare business. I wasn't sure in the last episode when he mentioned it, because there was a lot of like noise in the soundtrack going on as the flares approached at the end of the last episode when Diosa, him and Octavia were there, and I could have sworn he said temple flare. Now I know he did, because he said it like 6 times in this episode. Temporal suggests something to do with time, whether that's a time loop or effect becoming for cause, or the past, the present, the future, whatever. That's what temporal means. There's something coming into this. I don't know if that wound that he got from the tree sap was healing properties in the sap that healed the wound, or reversed the wound ever happening. I don't know. It didn't show us it fully healed, it just showed the wound closing up. I'm trying to think out the box and preempt where I think they may go with this, which I've never really done with any season. The reason I'm doing it with this season is because it's a linear timeline that they're using, a linear story that they're using, and they're just picking, we'll use this, we'll use that, and just making up an excuse as to why it's there and how it's there. He's just mentioned now that this thing that's going on with Octavia's hand is probably going to kill her if they don't figure something out, but now it's just written out a diagram or a drawing or whatever you want to call it, and he said it's the flare communicating with them. So now I'm meant to believe that this temporal flare has some sort of consciousness. No explanation yet. They could even go with some sort of time differential here that makes Octavia no longer be today's Octavia, and she forgets all about the Dark Year and Blood Rain and all that and goes back to having her humanity back. I don't know. That's where I'd go. The one thing we do know is Josephine's pretty ruthless. She don't care. She's just wiped the minds of all those Lees. She was pretty much prepared to let Bellamy kill her own father there. So she's prepared to do whatever for absolute eternal life, and I think she's after taking control completely over everyone, having her father and mother out the way. Just have to see how it goes. Right, that wasn't too bad an episode. Couple of little niggly things. I'm glad to see they've toned it down on the sex scenes, and that they've toned it down on inappropriate places to put the wrong type of music, apart from one. Other than that, wasn't too bad. Anyway, I will be back for episode 7 in the next few days, guys. Don't forget, this full version will be available, as always, over on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And while you're at it, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, turn your notifications on. You know when the next episode of the 100 is released. Right, I'll see you for the next one, guys. Take care.